Howdy folks, and welcome to a very special TFL presentation, because I have not one but two GMC trucks for you, and they both are off-road capable. They're very different though, and what I wanted to discover with you is it indeed worth having two for the price of one? That's right. What I have behind me is the 2023 GMC Canyon AT4. And then next to it is the GMC Sierra AT4X. Very different vehicles. And that's the X, more off-road worthy, one of the most expensive that you can get from GMC. Oh, by the way, we've off-roaded these vehicles before, and you can see those in other videos. But here's the crazy part. This one, if you get it basically without a lot of the extra goodies, which we'll talk about later, is about half the price as this. And that begs the question, is it worth it for you to buy two over one? Well, let's have a little walk around, shall we? Now, first of all, this comes with the high output 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that is in all mid-size GM vehicles as of now. But once again, it's the high output version of it because there's several different versions. So this one puts out 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 8-speed. And it is the AT4, so it is off-road capable. It has around 9 inches of ground clearance, and there are some skid plates underneath, and it does have an off-road suspension. But you can go up a level to the AT4X, but that is obviously more expensive. All of the bed configurations are the same throughout the entire lineup. They're all the same length. All the cabs are the same. All of them are 4-door. There's no more half or king or whatever you want to call it cab. There's definitely no 2-door. This is what you get. Is it bad? No. As a matter of fact, I've been pushing Andre about the fact that he didn't get one of these because, frankly speaking, there's a lot to get for the money, and that high output engine, it's a lot more powerful than his. Have a look at the back. A little look-see back here. And one thing that they didn't do with this, and I kind of wish they did, was having the multi-pro or the multi-gate or whatever you want to call it. They didn't quite do that. Now they did, however, do this. And I think this is pretty cool because it's a good use of space that's normally not used. So you have a nice little storage thing here for fishing poles, cattle prod, small weapons, stuff like that. All right, let's have a look at the inside. Because what you're paying for isn't just a high output engine. It is for a more luxurious interior, which is two-tone, baby. I'm gonna go to the other side. I wanna show you something. It is a lot different than Andre's Chevrolet. There's actually a very different design here, but it does have the same type of screen setup. That's important to note. But some of the switch gear, some of the locations, slightly different. And push button start. Look at that. Yeah! And this, my friends, is kind of like leather. I think it is. And I really do like the stitching and the multicolored seats, perforation with color on the inside that matches this. It's quite nice. However, there's a problem. For a vehicle that's nearly 50 grand, that is some hard plastic. But it's not so much there that bothers me. It's here. You see, this door panel is the same as Andre's, and Andre's costs $10,000 less. Why couldn't they put this material, which is quite nice, or even this material up here? It's just a personal issue. I know not all of you guys put your arm up here, but I do, so it's kind of a bummer. Shall we look at its big brother? Yes. Now, before as we were about to go in there, I do want to go into one thing, and that is this, the sticker. This vehicle starts at $43,900, so 44, let's say. And this one's sticker is $49,395. Wow. One of the reasons why is because of the premium package, which is $1,840. But that does give you a rear park assist and heated steering wheel, 6-way power seats, jet black, timber perforated leather appointed front seats. Really? Okay. And going down the list, you also spend an extra $1,000 for the sunroof and power sliding glass with manual shade. And then another $645 for a volcanic red tint coat. It's a lot of money for a mid-size pickup, but you get the power. This is one of the more powerful 4-cylinder engines that you can get. Although Toyota and Ford both have an answer for that, don't they? We'll go there some other time. So for this price, let's say you bought this without all the options. You can get one of these. So it's this big bad boy. I'll tell you in a sec. Ladies and gentlemen, the GMC Sierra AT4X. This is, in my mind, the most capable off-road GMC, period. Yes, I know, there's the electric Hummer. I'm not a huge fan. It's too heavy off-road. I know it seems like I shouldn't be speaking about that, but it's too wide, and I feel that too many of the gizmos and gimmicks and everything on it are not reliable. This is reliable. This is something you can take off-road and bash the hell out of and get back. Now, why do I know that? Well, aside from the fact that we've already tested it, because it's the X, it comes with extra components, and that's including the AEV front and rear bumper and armor underneath. That's a really good start because this stuff is solid. I know that from experience. It also has the DSSV spool valve suspension system. In my mind, one of the best out there. I know Fox 2.5s and everything else will work really good on this too, sure. And there are adjustable ones out there. This is self-adjusting. So this suspension system is such a good compromise between off-road and on-road, and serious off-road. They've used it for years, going all the way back to the Chevy Colorado ZR2 previous generation. And they've moved things around so it doesn't get as caught up on obstacles as it did before. So, what's under the hood? Well, got the 6.2-inch V8, baby. So that puts out 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, hooked up to a 10-speed automatic transmission. And yes, you have lockers. It's a rear locker in this baby. And on top of all that, you have the ability to go over serious obstacles with around 11 inches of ground clearance. I really like this truck. And I would like it more if it weren't as expensive as it is. And we're going to get to the price at the end of this, but let's take a little walk around. Really good tires. Yeah, I mean, I wish they were 37s, but these Goodyear Wranglers, the Durawall on these is strong. I've sliced these up against rocks before and it's taken it. It is interesting that General Motors is still going with leaf springs on something this advanced, but I know some of you guys are all about that. Maybe you think leaf springs are stronger, more capable. It's possible. And I'm going to show you the tailgate, which has the trick that I was talking about in its baby brother that I wish the baby brother had. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't have it. And that is, blam! There we go. Yes, you are able to, and there is a swing out. I might as well use this. This is the Roman stick. There you go. And that way you're able to creep up in there even if you have bad osteo, and no problem getting into the cab. Bang, bang, bang. Has large drink holders, smaller drink holders. Speakers too. So you can hook up your Bluetooth and go jamming as you're laughing at people who can't get up the same trail you went up. That's what I'd like to say. Anyway, you guys, who know? Nowadays, the competition's a lot stiffer than it used to be. So, the overall design of the bed, if you look, and it's similar to what they have going on in its baby brother, they actually managed to suck this in quite a bit. And that means that the distance between the outside and inside wall is not that much. And that means you have more to work with inside the bed, more volume essentially. I wanted to show you one more thing in the back as I attempt to fold this up without destroying myself or the tailgate. Aha, I did it. AEV rear bumper. There is a problem here too. As I said, I really do think this is just rugged, remarkably well-made bumpers, but because they had to move sensors around and the architecture of this, perhaps it's for strength too, there's no cutout here for your foot. Now normally on the regular rear bumper on this vehicle, you would have that. Yeah, I know you have this, but sometimes you don't want to drop your tailgate to get to the back. Maybe you have a trailer on it or something. So having a place to put your foot is one of the things that made these rear bumpers cool. And they took it away. I think it's kind of a bummer. Let's have a look at the interior. Very nice. Your ridiculous amount of money is paying for a rather opulent interior. However, and I'm going to be honest here, it's nice. It's a great place to be. And I love the fact that they use toggles all the way across. Love it. Real knobs, yay! Even a volume knob, fantastic. But the aesthetics of the interior, as nice as it is, I still think that the equivalent Ram is a little nicer, just a little tiny bit. Can I show you something in the rear seats though, which is completely unique to this truck? Let's have a look. Some of you guys don't know this. Ta-da! Maybe you can see it better over there, camera dude. Yeah, look at that. There's easily enough room for something. Your lunch, gloves, a hairpiece, stuff like that. It'll fit in there, no problem. Beautiful interior, nonetheless. And by the way, these seats are heated, so that's pretty nice too. All right, I'm gonna show you the sticker on this. And I really do hope you're sitting down when I do. You guys ready? Grand total on this vehicle is $91,085. That's a lot of money. Let me show you. And it starts off at $81,700. So why is it so much more expensive? Well, I'll just quickly go over it. The AEV edition is an additional $6,895. But that gives you the hot stamped boron steel bumpers, and there's, remember, armor underneath this thing almost completely. That's including the fuel tank. The rear bumper, 12-spoke high gloss black wheels, and they're aluminum, by the way, which I do like. I would prefer steel, but that's me. Rocker protection, AEV all-weather floor liners, that's important, and AEV branded front head restraints and tailgate decal. $645 for the volcanic red tint coat, which is interesting because it's actually more expensive on its baby brother to get the same paint, even though in my mind there's more paint on this truck because it's a bigger truck. So that's a little unusual. So I guess you're getting a discount there. At the end of the day, you could get basically two of these for one of these. Ugh. Wow. Yeah, I'd get two of these. I really would. Yeah, sure, it doesn't have all the hot rod off-road goodies that this one has, and you can get a lot of those goodies on this, but then that price is going to go through the ceiling, like 60 grand plus. But for the price, for regular off-roading and for day-to-day driving, that seems like a slightly better bargain to get two of these, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I really do think these are attractive, and I do like the fact that GMC is taking off-road seriously now. and they're right up there with the rest of the competition. But for the price of one of these, there are some serious super trucks out there, Raptor, that you can also get. So something else to think about. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.